The all-new 2024 RZR XP is a formidable side-by-side without any upgrades. The factory options of Sport, Premium, and Ultimate give you some choices as to the level of build that you want from the dealership, but at the end of the day, the world of accessorization with your 2024 Polaris XP is wide open when it comes to Pure Polaris accessories. And after waiting by the mailbox in anticipation, all of the products that I ordered have finally arrived for my RZR XP. Now, if you want to see what's available for your Polaris product, make sure you go to their website. All you got to do is plug in your model and your year, and it's going to show you everything that fits as a direct bolt-on. Cool thing is, it also shows availability. Now, I know that the RZR that I'm upgrading is an Ultimate, so from the factory, it's pretty well equipped. But one thing that I also know to be true, there's always room for customization. And if it's here around dirt tracks, I'm going to be the one who's doing it. And besides, I wanted to take this XP a little more towards the mud side of things. Not going too crazy. Just stick around. You're going to see. So starting with the exterior of the vehicle, let's take a look at a few different things. Number one, the poly roof. If you bought a Sport model, you didn't get any roof at all. But if you bought the Ultimate or the Premium, you get this plastic roof. Not a bad product, works just fine, but I am a bigger fan of the aluminum options that Polaris offers for a couple of different reasons. And one of those reasons is more than just because it's a better looking roof. It's because when I go to mount my Rigid SR Series 32-inch LED light bar with the pulse bar harness, it makes my life easier. The aluminum is a nicer structure to mount to, and the rigid mounts fit up perfectly. As mentioned, I'm using the pulse bar harness from Polaris for power, so I don't need to route to the battery and all that. Just pull the stock plug and hook up the harness. Now that's smart engineering. While I'm up at the front, I know that having a windshield is handy in the mud, but not a full one, just a lock and ride half windshield in hard coat poly. It snaps on and off easily so I can use it when I want and clean it when it's dirty. And I still get great sight lines out of the front when it's installed. It's a bit more of a front mud redirector than anything, but I know in the spring and fall, it'll help keep the cab a bit warmer as well. Now out back, I'm not gonna do all of that much, but I do wanna drop in a 30-quart lock and ride cooler. It's enough that it'll give you storage for a day or nice cold drinks and food, but it also leaves the front portion of the rear box available to use, which is important. And sure, you could bring any cooler along, but with lock and ride, it's secure without any extra thought or tie-down strap prep. It stays put, and I've never been on a ride where anyone has ever said, hey, we've got too many cold drinks. You get what I mean. Now, if we're gonna be powering through the mud, there's a few longevity items that I like to add. This is for longevity of the bodywork, because the truth is, when you're powering through all that mud, you don't know what's down underneath, and you don't want to use your wallet as the repair tool at the dealership. Right up front, it's a must-have, and that's a winch. I'm optioning for the Polaris Pro HD 4,500 pound winch. It's a synthetic rope, 50 foot, and yes, it has rapid recovery, so the winch actually has a faster gear to re-spool the line after you pull out your buddy. Comes with a wired and wireless remote that works up to 50 feet away, so you don't have to be in the mud running a rocker switch. It also has the auto stop feature, so you don't bind up your cable wondering if it's all back up in the spool. Up front, I also opted for a high coverage front bumper that protects the front rad and headlights in a way that's really stylish. Factory mount points are easy to get to, and this goes on quickly and integrates with the Pro HD winch as well. Off the sides, rock sliders or mud bumpers will pay for themselves the first time that you find a large wad of granite hidden beneath, and they attach so easily that anyone can do it. Factory mount points are easy to identify, and once installed, these really do give me the confidence when bouncing through anything the trail throws at me. Like most of the Polaris bumpers, color options are available. Not sure if I like the black or the red. Oh well, what can you do? Can't change it now. Now, almost last, but certainly not least, is going to be a wheel and tire package. But before I get to that, I want to do something that has proved to be really important, not just in keeping me clean inside of a side-by-side, but also keeping my marriage happy. Full coverage fender flares. Sure, we all know that we're going to get muddy, but having the extra protection of these easy to install flares really does keep everyone inside the cab happy. You can still have all the fun that you want in the mud, but it's not all coming back into the cab and on your passenger. And with the upgraded Pro Armor Mud XC 30 by 10 inch square tire setup, we'll be sending the mud in all kinds of directions. Mounted up to a 5201 matte black 15-inch rim, these are really a great looking tire package. 10-ply construction with dual compound rubber in the lugs gives us great grip on mud or trail, but most importantly a better wear life so that we can ride more and replace less. And because we didn't change the outside diameter of the tire, we don't need to worry about clutching. Just bolt them on and go get dirty. Upgrading with factory design parts like the ones that I've showed you today gives you peace of mind that those parts are going to fit every time because they're designed at the exact same time that this vehicle was put through the design process. That means more smiles, more miles, and less time in the shop.